Is browsing. Oh, we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Keshelle.
Hey.
So cool to be with you. We were talking about, how the providers for the internet are gonna resist all of us jumping online from the Bahamas to Canada. So let's cross our finger.
Crazy.
Yeah, so Keshelle is a friend of mine as well as a member of a mastermind. We belong together. And Keshelle and I have a very common point. We help women entrepreneurs to develop their business online. And we know that this is kind of on point because of everything that is going on right now. So Keshelle, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, but you're more the person who is helping them in the behind the scene, what it takes to support a business online, like the machine behind it in your relationship with customers, all the tools you need. And for me, it's more on the fun, like I should introduce myself before you introduce yourself. So my business is called Social Media Love, and I help women entrepreneurs as well to market themselves online. So we need a Keshelle and we need an Angelique to make a business work. So right now, Keshelle, we have women here who never considered that they would shut down their store or that they would never go back to an office to teach a workshop. So you, like, that's what I love about you. Like, you spin your mind and you said, hey, I have this. I'm going to do this for you ladies. And this is what we are here to talk about. So if this is speaking to you as you listen to us during this live interview, like, don't hesitate to leave comments below. We'll answer them, and maybe there is a tiny piece, even if it's 1% of what Keshelle gonna be talking to that you think you could implement for your business. This is it. Maybe it's 90%. Just listen up, open your mind, and throw your questions at Keshelle. So Keshelle, who are you? Tell us more.
Well, I am an entrepreneur by profession, by heart, also a trainer and a tech coach, mentor by profession, right? I work in the Bahamas. My company is called the Training Authority. And I really help entrepreneurs at this go round, because I work with corporate organizations as well. But I help entrepreneurs set up their business using the right technology, right? A lot of entrepreneurs understand the importance of running their business, but they shy away from technology. And that's what I help people do, to understand, appreciate, and feel confident around using the technology that they need to run their business effectively.
Awesome. So I'm just checking here that we are live, and we are live. So perfect. I just wanted to make sure that we're live. So Keshelle, let's dive in. We're going to start with a very, very concrete example. So you told me yesterday when we had our first chat that you got some women who reached out to you because they were spa owners or nail experts, and basically they had only their phone to manage their business, and now the shop is closed and they just have their phones and some email here and there, some phone number here and there. So what can I do today if I close my door, or if I can't go visit my clients? What is the first thing I could put in place to help me during this time of interesting time, I would say?
That's a great question, Angelique. So you are a spa owner, you are a solopreneur, you depend on these clients coming in to be able to earn a living, and there is no ability to come into the store. There's no ability to have that live interaction now with what's going on in the world. How can you continue to serve, communicate with your clients effectively? And that's the key word, effectively, and seamlessly. And so there's a lot of things that could be done, but at the foundational level, what you as the entrepreneur should have in place is some type of CRM, right? So a CRM.
What is this?
Yeah, what is a CRM, right? Three little letters, right? A CRM stands for Customer Relationship Manager. And it's really the technology that you invest in, you set up, and we can talk about so many examples, but it's really the technology that you invest in to place all of your current customers in, right? So we're not talking now about getting new customers, but to place all of your current customers in so that you can have a better relationship with them, so that you can communicate to them a lot more seamlessly, so that you can stay top of mind, especially during this time when we are expected to distance ourselves. You, as an entrepreneur, should still be finding ways to communicate effectively, seamlessly, and with the right automation in place, that you're not overwhelmed with all of this.
Okay, so that was my question. Like, why should I do that now? So that's why you say it's because you need to keep in touch, and it's hard to go to your phone and then say, to make sure, because you have cluster of contacts everywhere. So how do I do that? Like, what is the first thing? So I know, you guys, we're going to be talking about a free workshop you're going to offer to anybody who wants to get training on this. But what would be, I'm not a tech person. You say those words and it scares me, but I know that I am deep inside, I need to do something. What is one thing that you're going to maybe show me to do? Or what are the options?
So, there's so many CRM options out there, right? So if you're not a tech person, just the thought of technology forces you to kind of run away. Think of it as this technology is your assistant, right? So it's not something that's meant to scare you, but this is something to assist you in, as I like to say when I do my workshops, work smarter, faster, and better. And so it's changing that mindset, one, that the goal is to support me in the growth of my business. Now, once you've gotten over that mindset, the thing that you want to do is research the various options that are out there. So you can Google CRM, for example, CRM systems, and there's countless ones. Now, that's where people get stuck to, Angelique. There's so much options, right?
Yeah.
And so the options that I am familiar with, that I typically recommend to my clients, the ones that I've used, either that are low budget, low tech or easier to use, is a CRM, for example, like MailChimp. Right? There's a free option. And what you do is, one, you go to MailChimp.com. You sign up for a free account. They're going to ask you certain questions about your business. And then there will be an opportunity for you to either type all of your customers into that software. You can do it through the desktop or online version, or you can download the app, right? So most people are less intimidated by apps now, because that's been a part of our everyday life. And so you can copy and paste those same contacts that you have in your cell phone now.
Yeah.
Paste them into an app, and then there's an option where you can tag them as your current customers.
Yeah. So you can organize your customers, because as you say right now, we're talking about the people that needs you now, but you can't serve them. So you don't want them to forget you, right? So send them some little emails. Maybe if you're in, I don't know, if you're in the nail industry, maybe how to take care of your nail when you don't have access to your nail specialist, right?
And that is such an interesting point. My nail technician, I just got a notification from her today that, of course, she's closed until further notice. We just got the lockdown notice yesterday, and so that's the ripple effect. And I'm looking at my nails okay, how do I do this at home? Because we don't know when this is going to happen. And so definitely having that ability to have this system in place. So now if you have 100 customers or even 20 customers, instead of manually contacting and copying and pasting each one of these to these contacts, you go into your app, you say, okay, you know what, I want to send an email or a quick note to my customer list. It's already tagged and organized in MailChimp. And the MailChimp I'm using as an example.
Yeah.
There's several out there. And so you send one email to 500 customers, and you can also track the engagement. So you know who is opening, you know who is not opened, and it really gives you insight also about your business. And that's what I love about technology most, that you wouldn't ordinarily have if you do it the old way or the analog way.
Yeah, totally. So tell me, like, that's one example right now that you can do, like when you say move your business online. But what if I want to go beyond the email? Like, what else could I think about right now?
So email, again, that's communication. So what if you want to be able to still engage with your customers? Again, we're still in that realm of your current customers. And you have a business that you still can work with them over the internet, right? Virtually. How can you book appointments, for example? So again, you're a spa individual. How can you easily and efficiently book appointments? And that's what I'm stressing, Angelique, because when I teach technology to my clients, I stress that yes, you could be doing this already, but you could also be working smarter, faster, and better with the right technology. And so how can you book appointments with your audience? You use a system like Calendly or Schedule One, these online appointment booking software. You send those to your clients and you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to do some virtual nail evaluation. I'm making this up.
Oh, that's awesome! And oh my God, a virtual nail evaluation.
Yeah,
I love it.
my nails, right?
I love
And
it.
you don't have to manually book 10 of those, with by yourself. You could send them the link, give them access to your calendar. If you want to go a little bit fancier, you can say, you can buy a domain. Domains are $5-10, where you say, okay, nail evaluation with Angelique.com.
Yes.
Right? And you send them that link, they book their appointments, they get access to you via your app, and you are still servicing customers in some way. And these are the times when the things that you do in your business speaks volumes to your customers, so they remember you when things get back to normal.
Yeah, we need to keep thinking of when it's going back to normal. So I know it's a tough time, but look at all the options you throw at us, right? So communication, right now you need to keep communicating. If you don't, you could use social media, your email system, and if you never cleaned up your phone with your emails, this is the time.
This is the perfect
Oh my God. And then you can come up with an online booking system and come up with a new way of doing your very physical job in a very virtual way. So like, let's think of what you said, like a virtual nail consultation. And then I know there is another one you said that we discussed, is that next step is, what about you go after new clients? They can't come right now, but what about you say, hey, I'm here?
Exactly, right? So once you've set the table to serve your existing customers, how can you now move beyond that and find new customers? Everyone is online now, right? Everyone is online. And that's a good thing, right? And especially for a business owner, let me say that's a good thing. And so, again, it goes back to that creativity and that innovation. Can you do a 10 tips, back to what we talked about, 10 tips for for managing or taking care of your nails while at home, right? You put that into a document and you put it online, right? So how do you do that? You set up a landing page, and you know, time wouldn't permit for us to go into the detail. But we'll be talking about that in the training. But you set up a landing page.
Okay, let's do a pause. What is a landing page?
Yes, perfect. So a landing page, and so there are so many ways that it's described. People say landing page, people say squeeze page. Those are the two more popular ones. And it's really just a one-page website that gives value to the reader, right? And the value in this example could be 10 things that you can do with your nails while at home. So that's the value. And your people who love their nails, who can't seem to go without getting their nails looking good, and that myself included, I talk with my hands. I would want that, right? And so you say, okay, in order for me to give this to you, I'm going to ask you for your email address so I can email it to you. And so a landing page gives you the ability to say, here's my value, here's my guide. You give me your email address, and then I will send it to you. And once you have that CRM that we talked about earlier, that email address goes into the MailChimp, the CRM, and you can then say, okay, whenever I get someone's email from this landing page, that is potentially a new customer or a new lead.
Lead is another word.
Yes, or a prospect.
Yeah.
Right? And so I want you to organize and tag this person as a potential prospect.
Yeah. So when we say tag, for people who are very new to this, is that you put them in a special bucket, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a way, like it sounds complicated, but it's very easy. Like there is a way that automatically the system going to recognize it's a new customer, and then boom, it's going to be in the bucket of new customer.
Yes. Bucket or list or group.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And so, and why that's important, because when it's time now to communicate, again, everything now is communication, right? How do you stay on top of mind as a business owner? When it's time to communicate, you want to talk to your customers differently than you talk to your leads, your prospects, right? And so you can say to your prospects, come in for a free service when, you know, in the next 90 days, and you get a 10% off on your first service. Well, in order for you to really speak directly to these types of customers, you have to have, one, the technology in place, and two, have it organized in that bucket. And I love the word bucket.
Here we go for the bucket today.
Yes, in that bucket, right, that you can communicate with your customers.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So this is this is what's happening, guys, behind the scene. And I'm sure all of you downloaded some Keshelle's downloads or checklists or cheat sheets or whatever. Yes, tools too. So you can do this too. And it's not that complicated with the right guidance. So Keshelle, you have set up a workshop for people who wants to learn, because it's probably time to sharpen your skills. It's a must. Like for the next crisis, you'll be ready, right?
Yeah, and it's a must. I mean, I'm just charging my phone, Angela. That's fine. It's going. Technology, right? And I love to say technology is a blessing and a curse. So it dies every now and again.
Yes, and you have to keep calm.
You have to. Listen, I've been teaching technology now for 17 years, Angelique.
Yeah.
And nothing phases me anymore. Nothing surprises me. You know, just roll with the punches.
Yeah, actually, you should tell more about, like, you're really a queen in the Bahamas. You're an authority around the technology world. And I'm so appreciative that you take the time to talk to our Canadians and friends here, because you're just awesome. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tell us more about the workshop. How can I get there and what does it look like? How much it costs? Who is it for?
Awesome. So the workshop is starting this coming Monday. It's for entrepreneurs, business professionals, and those who are, and I like to say this way, virgins to the virtual world, right?
Okay, all the virgins of the virtual world.
Virtual virgins, right? Those of you, but who know that you have to get online. For whatever reason, you have to get online because that's where the market is, that's where the world is. In order for you to survive and thrive, you have to get online. And so the workshop it's a workshop series, 5 days from this coming Monday, and that's March 23rd to Friday, March 27th. And it's all done in my Facebook group that's called Get Online, Get Your Business Online.
We'll put the links below the video. Yeah, where?
Great. And you can register by going to KeshelleDavis.com/getonline now. And it's geared towards, again, those people of all levels, right? So what we will be covering is, one, how to get ready to set your business up online, right? And that's from the mindset standpoint, from the understanding and clarity standpoint, by looking at your business and seeing, what are some ways I actually can digitize this process, right? Looking at, okay, similar to the example that we have, looking at all of the processes and determining, can this be digitized, and is this the greatest opportunity in my business right now? Because we have some low-hanging fruit, and then we have some opportunities that are more long-term. And so that's the first thing. Then we're going to look at the second workshop is getting set up. And so this now goes into the entire online business system world, looking at platforms, looking at do's and don'ts, identifying what platforms work in what scenarios, the cost factor, which is a big question, how much will this all cost, and looking at, the various budgets. So I'm going to lay out the land when it comes to options in the online world to get set up. And then the third workshop is all about getting going. So now that you have your understanding of the online world, now that you've identified and chosen your platforms, how do we now determine what is the next step for you to keep this online business system running, right? And growing even more in this whole time. And in between those workshops, I'm going to be having some coaching calls that will help you to think through a lot of this more, that'll be more personalized to you. And the goal really at the end of the day or at the end of the week, for you to have confidence and clarity around your next steps. And if you are an achiever like me and a get it done type of person, then you would have signed up for your platform and began migrating over to some type of online system. So I'm excited to be able to serve this audience in this way.
Yeah. So by the end of the 5 days, so how much is the workshop?
The workshop is absolutely free.
Woo! You can't say no to this.
You cannot blame me.
No.
You cannot.
Yeah, okay. So at the end of the 5 days, there is something moving for you online. So that's the goal, right? To get you do it so that it's not just a thing you think about, but you do it.
No, you're going to actually do it. It's hands-on. You're going to make the decisions. You're going to log in. You're going to sign up for a platform. You're going to take action, and that's what separates me from a lot of trainers. I love the technology. I can go into the theory all day, but the practical, you actually doing the steps, you're taking the actions. And so, let's see who comes in and who really are serious about migrating their business online.
Love it, love it. Okay, so please, if you have any question when you watch the replay, ask them along. If you know any entrepreneur who could benefit from Keshelle's workshop that is completely free, just, you know, share. We're going to put the video on every platform so that we can smash as many newsfeed as we can. Keshelle, anything you want to add?
You know, all I would say is that if we look around and at what's going on in the world, we have a huge opportunity to grow through this. And as entrepreneurs specifically, we are built for this. We are made for this, to shift and to adjust and to operate with agility. And so if you've ever struggled with wondering how to get online, what to do, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling afraid about the technology, which is common in a lot of people, I would invite you to come to the workshop. I will break it down to you. Listen, I have been teaching tech, and people walk away from my workshops happy that they came because they now have the confidence, they now have the clarity to take action. And so this is your opportunity to take action.
Awesome. Yes. So I will put the links below the video so that you can register. And I wish you all the best, Keshelle. Keep me posted. And
I will.
So we're going to close that video. Stay online, Keshelle, because we are on Skype.
Okay.
Ciao.